She likes to strap on the feed bag.
She's really quite a pig with the food.
And her boyfriend doesn't go the distance.
No stamina.
But her blind date was willing to go all the way.
We went back to her house to change, and somehow we started kissing.
After he's a good sport on his blind date.
I wanted to go horseback riding.
Why don't you ever take me horseback riding?
But no, which one's the horse, which one's the you?
Will their relationship have staying power?
The horse is the one you can stay on for more than 2 minutes.
Or will they have a change of heart?
To Change of Heart. Today's show's kind of like an episode from Melrose Place. Our couple's saga began when she became his next-door neighbor. But it took these fast friends about 6 months to plant their first kiss. Now, they've been the talk of the apartment complex ever since. So please welcome Corby and Rebecca Oranges. Now, you guys are here today because, like Melrose Place, your relationship is facing cancellation. So we're going to jump right into the fires, and we're going to start with you, Rebecca. How steamy would you say the romance is at this point?
Sucks. No.
Cut right to the chase.
No stamina, lacking. Let's just say can't keep it up long enough.
That's totally
Can we? Can we call this romantic, Chris?
What? Was he placed with a sock?
Stamina.
Oh yeah, sock puppy
Tons
in
of
bed,
stamina.
trying to be romantic, and he's got this sock puppy.
No,
Can we
that's
call
got
this
nothing to
romantic?
give me that. No,
You
it's
know,
got
most
nothing to do
people.
with it.
Well,
No,
you know, there's a reason why guys have socks, but I'm not sure why you have the
I'll show
sock.
you
But
the puppet.
No, see? Yeah.
what do you?
Just
I mean,
because
but what do you do
this
with
is
it, though?
Becky with her big mouth when I'm trying.
No, but what happens with the
attention to
sock?
me.
Though? What do you do?
Give me attention.
Okay.
No intelligence.
All right. What about turnoffs as far as Rebecca's concerned?
Well, she just recently got this tongue ring, and it's so annoying.
Can we see?
Well, she thinks it's all sexy, right?
Nice.
But would you want like metal anywhere near your crotch? Anywhere near that. Keep it away.
Only at the airport. Now, he says that you're stupid for getting your tongue pierced. Do you get other names that you're called?
Yeah, like bitch and woman, go get me this.
I never have ever said, "Go get me this."
Come on, he sounds
Very
like
you wouldn't do
vulgar.
it.
and totally
So-
disrespectful.
Very vulgar.
Disrespectful?
Oh, disrespectful.
Yeah. Now,
Because you got a big
all.
mouth.
Corby.
That's my nickname. He says that
But
I'm mouth
I
because
didn't name
I'm
you
so
the mouth.
loud.
I didn't name you the mouth. Everyone in the apartment called her the mouth.
Yeah, but to go along with
why
you,
do
you
you
don't,
say
like,
that?
stick
Why
up
do you
for
think
me.
that's true?
I stick up for you when you're not there.
Corby, why is that
When
true?
I'm not there.
Because she lacks intelligence, so therefore, because she's dumb, she has to overcompensate by being loud, saying, "Pay attention to
Dumb?
me," and people just turn off of it. And so she just runs around the building shouting at people.
Now, so there's the intelligence problem. What about some other things that she might be lacking that you feel, Corby?
She's really quite a pig with the food. She has no manners at all. She'll just put her feet up on the table. She'll be like eating her carrot with her legs spread. My roommates are like,
I just want to show
seriously.
you how talented I am.
Wait,
Yeah. Well,
that's a visual to see. Rebecca, what about Corby from head to toe? Give us a rundown.
Chicken legs. He could use a little work on his hair. I mean, I'm a hairstylist, so we could say a little something.
you think with a
about his
hairstyle she
hair.
would do something for
What
you.
I mean, he goes to the gym all the time, and he's always showing off his muscles, yet I don't see anything.
I particularly...
I mean, I could be one of those no-neck guys with little tweaky legs, but I'd rather just
Yeah,
be
but
like
you're
trimmed and fit.
unproportioned, like-
I'm fit.
Okay.
All right, now, we've heard the good, the bad, and the ugly. You all know that movie, right? Now, we've heard a lot of the bad and the ugly. Give us something good. Corby, let's start with you.
Well, first thing I noticed about her, she has really great breasts. Thank you. And a lot of my friends notice that too, and they are really great, but to go past that, she's got really cute dimples. You can see her left there.
Little dimples.
She's got a beautiful smile. So, and the other thing is, if I do take her out, I don't have to worry about, oh, she's just sitting in the corner. She really does mingle well and takes care of herself.
Okay, Rebecca, your turn on Corby. Good.
He's very nice, considerate. And I just threw a birthday party for him just a couple weeks ago, and he said that it wouldn't have been as special if it wasn't for me. So.
Sweetness. All right, after that, Rebecca, why come on the show and do these dates?
Well, we live in the same apartment complex, and it gets difficult and it gets hard. And being, that we might want to kind of test the waters a little bit, kind of gets hard. The whole jealousy thing. If he were to go, I would see, and if I were to go, he would see, and it's just.
All right, so this is a nice legal way, good excuse, good reason
Right,
to go out and do these
definitely.
dates and see what happens. All right, now when we come back, we're going to meet Rebecca's date. There we go. All right, we've been talking Rebecca and Corby about their relationship, so let's meet Rebecca's date. Now, he's a former whitewater rafting guide from Oregon who says that he loves a girl full of fun, so please welcome Ryan Parks.
Ryan, good to see you, man.
Hi, baby.
All right, Corby, what about you? Would you go whitewater rafting with a guy?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him to row my boat, no.
I don't row that boat, Chris.
Okay. Now, Rebecca, you know, a lot of times people fantasize about a blind date. Was he anything close to what you thought he might be?
Yeah, he kind of gave me the description of that he looks like Ben Affleck, and
Ben Affleck?
yeah. But then after a while, I kind of got the Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler energy from him, so.
So you had, well, it's a good mix. Ben, Ryan, whoever we want to call you. Rebecca's look, how would you describe that, Ryan?
Oh, when she showed up, just jeans and a shirt, and she made it look better than anything else I've ever seen. Got this athletic body that's just...
Now, Rebecca, you know, when you get together with somebody that you don't really know, there's that uneasy, awkward period. Did you have that with Ryan?
Well, we were driving. I was driving, and it was a little bit uneasy in the car, but I kind of made it a little crazy, so kind of.
What, driving? What, running off the road, hitting people, doing
Well,
what?
we were going to go to go-karts, so I had to make it that.
It was kind of like the warm-up, I
The
guess.
uneasiness was due to the fact that we were like...
Well, our
over the
age
place.
difference too. I'm 22, he's 26, and I thought maybe I was a little crazy for him. He was a little bit more conservative. But
So, Rebecca, once you got to the go-karts, then were you, speed queen there, too?
oh yeah, definitely. Except for when he tries to comes up behind me and like rows me off the road. But I won. I
I had a slow car, so I had to spin her out. You know?
She took you down anyway.
She won, but she had to recognize.
The whole macho
Now, what
attitude.
about Corby? Would he be more gentleman-like, or is he competitive?
He's pretty competitive.
Yeah, but I wouldn't run you off the road.
All right, Ryan, where was the
You
victory
let me
celebration
win.
then for Rebecca afterwards?
Well, we went back to her house to change. And then we went all the way
Hold on.
Pardon me? All the way what?
to downtown, where I took her to a 5-star restaurant.
Very nice. Now, she changed, so let's get a little description as what she looked like for a
God, when she
five-star
came
dining.
out, it was like tight black dress. I mean, it can't help but be tight, you know? And looked like Audrey Hepburn in like 1940s, just classic style.
I've never seen,
What's that,
I've never
Corby?
seen this tight black dress anymore.
You don't know about this dress?
No.
Maybe she'll wear it for you sometime.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, Ryan, what about information about Corby when you were out with Rebecca? Did you have to hear about him?
We talked about him a little bit. You know, we made fun of his name for about 20 minutes. Then we talked about the hair thing. Well, there wasn't a lot to talk about.
Oops.
So, this is all from her, by the way. I'm sure you're a very nice guy. For about 2 minutes, you know?
Rebecca, what about your perspective? Was your victory celebration dinner everything that you thought it would be?
Yes, that and more. Well, it was. He has a bit of manner problems. He was sitting there and he
does?
was, yeah.
Well, we heard you had some, so what were his problems?
Well,
be
he
a real
was sitting there
slob.
with
I don't have
his elbows on the table and his napkin wasn't on his lap. I mean, when I go out, I know how to have manners. Maybe for at home, I'll show I can eat my carrots with my toes, but when I'm in a restaurant, I know how to be proper. But he was fun. We had a good time
Oh, that's good. Now, Rebecca, you said that Corby never has a whole lot of nice words for you. What about from
all
Ryan on
night
your date?
long.
How could you
Very
not?
Oh,
complimentary?
very complimenting. He said that he said that he's been thinking about sex a lot because of me.
Because he doesn't get any?
And that he actually wanted to picture me naked. Or that he was picturing me naked.
Actually, Chris, I'm doing it right now.
You are? Okay, well, thanks for sharing. Now, being that honest with Rebecca, what kind of response did you get, or did you get a response?
Well, we're in this beautiful glass elevator, and she loves views, and somehow we started kissing. And it's a very fast elevator, so I'm thinking, we're gonna go to this scenic overlook, and maybe we can continue the kissing.
And you get to the scenic overlook, and what happens there?
It was set up so perfect. We're sitting there, we're overlooking the entire city. It's beautiful. It's a little cold, so we're kind of huddled together. We're at that moment. I'm starting to look into her eyes. And then this samurai pulls up, and these two women get out, which is okay with me. I'm
Sure.
more than cool with that. One of them,
You're picturing them naked too? Getting too excited?
everybody but you.
Thank God.
So they get out, and it's like a 5'11", 400-pound woman, and I swear to God, a 3-foot woman, and they're wearing leather fetish gear.
Wow.
So I'm watching this happen, and then she takes
favorite spot for you?
And then what?
Well, tell your dad's
Kill the mood, or what happened?
And then she took her corset off and is running around mostly topless, which is kind of like just bottomless if you think about it.
So Rebecca, at that point, did you guys have to bail out, Rebecca?
Yeah, the mood was gone.
We did. We went back to his place, and he gave me a long kiss goodnight.
Hold on. You didn't tell me about this.
There's a lot she
It
didn't
must
tell
have been
you.
not much to talk about. Everyone didn't tell me about it.
Corby didn't get the scoop on that, I guess.
I guess not.
It must have been not that good of a kiss.
So it was a long
obviously.
kiss goodnight, and that's how it ended? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it sounds like it was a lot of fun, but next we're going to find out what happened with Corby's date, so stay tuned. On Rebecca's date with Ryan. Now, Corby, your turn. Let's meet your date. Now, you said you're tired of Rebecca's tongue ring, her lack of intelligence and manners, so we set you up with a student who has a clean tongue and she knows the correct way to eat a carrot. Please welcome Sarah Finley. Hi, Sarah. Now, Rebecca, what did you say when she walked out? I missed that.
If you like that mom look, I guess. I don't know.
Now, Sarah, with your date before you guys got together, was Corby making any kind of special arrangements for you?
You know, when the first time we talked, he had said he wanted to go skydiving or horseback riding, but I didn't really feel like...
Why wouldn't you ever take me horseback riding?
Here it starts.
So I wouldn't know which one's the horse, which one's the you.
The horse is the one you can stay on for more than 2 minutes.
Corby,
Help getting on the horse, shorty.
Shorty.
6 feet?
Anyways, I didn't want to risk my life on our
right.
first date.
And Corby, were you a
so-
little disappointed she didn't want to do something that
No,
daring?
I just thought it'd be something to get her adrenaline
That's
going,
fun
a little
and exciting.
life challenging, but I was not disappointed that she didn't want to do it. I was totally
Okay.
understanding.
Now, Sarah, since you kind of, shot the sail out of the first plan, what about plan B? What was that?
Well, Corby suggested that I come over and hang out at the pool, and he said he would cook me dinner. We both like to cook, so I thought it sounded like a good plan. So.
Now, Corby, we understand that you guys with that Melrose Place situation, everybody lives together and everybody talks at the apartment complex. Weren't you concerned about that?
No, because I knew Rebecca was gone for the weekend, so I knew it would be great just to kind of show her off to my friends and whatnot. And they were...
Even though I still stick out as number one around there.
That bother you, Rebecca? That he was like showing her off at
No,
your...
his friends, they like me a lot. Mm.
So
They
you
like it
didn't
when
worry
you're
too
gone,
much.
'cause it's a lot quieter.
No,
All right, now,
they like
Corby,
it because there's action around there because you just sit around and watch hockey all day.
Corby, since you were hanging out at the pool, did you get a chance to compare the two women?
Yeah, I mean, there's no comparison. I mean, Sarah says she likes to jog, and Becky jogs too, but Sarah's got the body that shows. I mean, her ass isn't so big. Becky's got a bit of a big behind. But all the guys all
least
came
I've
out of her
got
apartment
one.
immediately. They're all, fawning over Sarah because she's so beautiful.
So, Sarah, you got a chance to meet some of these people that we're referring to as like the Melrose Place group.
Yeah,
And what were they like?
They were really nice. I mean, really outgoing. In fact, Corby went to go change into a swimsuit, and one of the guys gave me his phone number.
Well, that was good.
I knew all about it.
And, were you aware that these are the kind of friends you have, Corby?
Yeah, that guy, he tries to get people to come out to his gigs and whatnot, but he's kind of like flamey, so...
But overall,
That's nice.
now,
That's
Corby,
cool.
obviously this guy liked her. What was the other thoughts of your friends?
I mean, as soon as she came out of the pool, and we had a couple daiquiris and whatnot, all the guys just came out and made excuses to sit by the pool, like, oh, I think I forgot something, and they just all hung around and sat around Sarah.
Yeah, because they felt comfortable because of the whole mom thing, maybe.
They just, not
And
at
so
all.
for your friends, was she easy to talk to?
It was so much nicer to have an intelligent conversation with someone who knows something about anything. Sarah's a student, she's smart. Becky doesn't know anything
go to
about anything.
school
She knows
to
about hairdressing. She knows about hairdressing. I asked
She
Becky
needs
to
a
go
little
to...
help on her hair, I would say.
All right.
You can get orange highlights.
Now,
like
Corby,
this.
how would you compare the intelligence
Fun,
between the two?
not like mom.
Definitely, it was great because she can carry on a conversation. We went out, we had a great time. We got talking for so much longer than Rebecca and I would talk. Rebecca has nothing to talk
All right, so
about.
Sarah, you're at the pool, you're hanging out for a while, you getting hungry? Any other plans?
Well, yeah. I mean, Corby had suggested that I come over and he was going to cook me dinner, and
Right.
we were just like having chips and salsa, I was beginning to wonder where my dinner was.
Where's the real food? So, Corby, were you holding out? You weren't going to cook?
No, I didn't realize she was a vegetarian, and I didn't really know what to cook, so I went ahead and I knew she seafood.
Cooked up that
So-
steak that you always like to.
Right, yeah.
No.
So I made plans for a seafood restaurant by the water in Malibu, and we went ahead and...
So that worked out. All right, but Sarah, Sarah, the two of you are hanging out. Did you have to hear about Rebecca? Did Corby, give you the lowdown?
We didn't talk about her a whole lot, but he did say that he thought she had the maturity level of a 10-year-old. He also said that she just hasn't been taking care of herself, and he just wasn't.
And Rebecca, how do you feel that you know that he's talking like that about you?
I don't care because as far as I'm concerned, I know what I do and I know what I take care of. And
That doesn't bother you. All right, confidence. We like confidence. And Corby, you talked about dining with Rebecca was a little, rough. How about with Sarah?
Sarah was a real treat because she got me to try lobster for the first time. She even showed me how to crack it, and we were feeding each other and whatnot. And we had really, really nice. Great.
And Rebecca, when's the last time you had a romantic, flirty dinner with Corby?
probably the first night I met him.
And not since then?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's hard to eat with our feet on the table all the time.
Well, maybe if you would take me out, I could show you some
I'm
animals.
not thinking how you're going to put your feet on the table.
So, Corby, was that the end of the date after dinner?
We got to talking, and the conversation went great. We had a couple glasses of wine. The restaurant ended up closing. We were sitting there so long. And so I took her home, and we had a little kiss goodnight. And she called me the next day to thank me and say that she had a great time, and which is really great because we did have a great time.
So that was good. So it sounds like we had two good dates here. Now, were Rebecca's and Corby's dates enough, though, to cancel this real-life Melrose Place drama? We're going to find out next, so stay tuned. For the big moment, Rebecca and Corby, you've made your final decisions. Now, since you guys live in the same apartment building, it's a little tough and made it almost impossible to date other people. You came on the show, though, so you could do it in an honest and open way. You've had your dates now, and it's time for the moment of truth to find out which way you want to go. Corby, we're going to start with you and get your decision first. Now, you started out as friends and became lovers.
Yep.
You were pretty brutal today. I mean, you lit into Rebecca pretty good on the show. You did have a good date with Sarah, but we need to find out what you decide. Stay together or change of heart?
I had a great time with Sarah, and it was a lot of fun. But also seeing Rebecca have a good time, maybe want to see what else I could get from Rebecca and see where we can go from there. So I decided to stay together.
Stay together, okay? Sarah, sorry things didn't work out for you. Rebecca, your turn. We got to get your decision here. Now, Ryan was the polite guy that you said Corby couldn't be, so you had a really nice date. However, Corby does say he wants to stay together. Rebecca, what do you say?
Well, you saw how he treated me on the show, and I did see with Ryan that I could have a really good time with somebody else, so I'm having a change of heart.
All right. Ryan, is that okay with you? I have to ask, all right? So I guess that's a yes. You know, Corby, maybe living, too close together, too much friction, too much trouble, and maybe next time a little easier with your women.
Right.
Keep that in mind.
Everyone in the apartment wants her to move in, her to move out.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. That's our show for today. Thanks to Sarah and Corby. Good luck to Ryan and Rebecca, and we'll see you next time on Change of Heart. Ever wonder what happened to some of your favorite Change of Heart couples? Well, here's an update. Remember Kenrick and Jamaica? It was love at first sight at a stoplight, but Kenrick thought that she was moving just too quickly.
Well, I would like to get married. But on the other hand, Kenrick is scared of marriage. He thinks I'm going to be controlling.
I'm not ready for marriage.
Can I have a ring? That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Well, despite two hot and sexy blind dates, they decided to stay together. And just recently, part of her wish came true. Kenrick gave her a ring, a promise ring. Congratulations, Kenrick and Jamaica. Keep in touch.